Hey, Cowboys Nation, we are back. We're gonna dibble and dabble into a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
I got my boy Maddie Matt here.
Yes,
Brother
sir.
Dallas is here. We're gonna talk about a couple of things. There's a lot going on. But before we jump into some things, I had posted on Twitter a poll. What you guys wanted to talk about, whether it was Kellen Moore, Leighton Vander Esch, the running backs, a bunch of different things. And it was a 50-50 split between Leighton Vander Esch and Kellen Moore. So since that's what y'all want to hear about, we're going to get that to y'all.
No
And
doubt.
then it wouldn't be the Dallas Cowboys if we weren't making some sort of headline. So between Dak and contract talks and Zeke and his issues, we just going to talk about it all. Throw it
No
all up in
doubt.
here. Good
No
gumbo.
doubt. So, let me ask you a real quick question.
Sure.
And not being biased, but
Okay.
who was the best linebacker last year? And I'm talking about of all football, period.
I mean, of course there are others who can come into this conversation. In my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
Leighton Vander Esch was a great linebacker.
Yeah, most definitely. Leighton Vander Esch was number one. I don't care what nobody say, and I'm not speaking bias because he's a Cowboy, but he was the best linebacker last year. He did damage, 100 and something tackles, and he was a beast. Not only
Yeah.
that, he had 2 picks, and not only did he have a lot of tackles, but he was making difficult tackles. I've seen
Yeah.
him tackle people with offensive linemen on him. Like,
Yeah, he
he
is
a beast.
he's something special for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And when he got drafted, I was at that draft,
Mm-hmm.
and the overwhelming sound of who? What?
Yeah,
I
most
don't
definitely.
understand. Like, it was that kind of sound.
Most definitely.
So, it was completely a different sound from when we drafted Ezekiel Elliott. The whole city erupted. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
word.
But
Yeah,
when we
I feel you.
drafted him, it was kind of like, who is that? Where's he from? Boise. Is that a state? Is that a city? Is that a country? Is he international? Like, it was
Exactly.
like that. So,
Exactly.
so when he came in, he really didn't have like a big name. And I think that's a good thing in his position because he didn't have a lot for us to expect from, right?
Yeah,
Because
most definitely.
he was I hate to say a no name, but because he wasn't as fancy or as popular or as
Mm-hmm.
sexy as we would have liked, he
Yeah.
didn't have a lot to judge off of. You know what I'm saying? But
Word.
what he did when he did come into the organization
Mm-hmm.
was really put in work. He showed up and showed out.
Yeah.
I'm here
Yeah.
for him.
Nah, Leighton Vander Esch really came in with no fan base, and then now he has a fan base.
The whole city loves him. Like,
Yeah, real talk.
he changed our defense around. Don't get me wrong, he is not the pivotal point in our defense, but
Mm-hmm.
he does make that linebacker position
Mm-hmm.
something to be feared. And I think the tandem between him and Jalen Smith is a work of art.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, I mean, he pretty much turned the season around in that first road game against the Eagles. I'm telling you, when he got that pick, that pretty much set the tone for the rest of the year.
Definitely did. He
Mm-hmm.
he in that linebacker position are it's a very special thing. He is something to be admired for a very long time coming, and with the right training and the right um like molding, clay molding, with the right molding,
Mm-hmm.
I can't see why he can't in a couple of years and in some longevity be in the Hall of Fame. Like, I don't understand. It would baffle me if he wasn't in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, word, no doubt. Like, and he definitely has the right people around him. He has Jalen, he has Sean Lee. So he definitely has the right linebacker core or core members with him. So I'm telling
Yeah.
you, like, as long as he keeps on that path, he's gonna always be a beast. That's the
Yeah.
way I see it.
And I like that you brought Sean Lee into this thing. Sean
Mm-hmm.
Lee has been a pivotal point in our defense, and
Mm-hmm.
him soaking in all of the Sean Lee ism and all of
Yeah.
that, aggressiveness and overplay and overplaying and
Mm-hmm.
being tough and being rough and all of that that comes with greatness. I
Mm-hmm.
think that he is in great hands as a rookie with Jalen, with Sean, and him. I mean, I'm here for it.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: when we win the Super Bowl, I will be buying Leighton Vander Esch's jersey.
For
That is
sure.
the next jersey that will be purchased by your boy. That's the way I see it.
For sure. So let's jump into Kellen Moore.
Mm.
Now, Kellen Moore has been a name circling around the Dallas Cowboys for quite some time.
Yes, sir.
We know him as merely, now I won't say merely because that's just downplaying him, but we know him as the backup.
Yep.
He has been the backup quarterback for as long as I can remember.
At least 2015.
Right. So here's something that I saw that I think is a good note to put out there.
Mm-hmm.
So Jason Garrett was a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
He backed up for who?
Troy Aikman.
Roy Aikman.
Mm-hmm.
Kellen Moore is a backup as well.
Mm-hmm.
He has backed up for, in my opinion, a very good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He backed up for Tony Romo.
Yeah.
Now, did he have a lot of pressure? Sure. Tony Romo had built that kind of camaraderie with Jason Witten and Miles Austin and Dez Bryant. So it's hard when you have that meshing thing, but he learned. He was behind someone where he learned.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because Jerry Jones put trust in him, and if you've noticed, Jerry Jones doesn't trust a lot of people.
Nah,
He
definitely
doesn't
not.
trust a lot of people, but he trusted Kellen Moore. He
Mm-hmm.
trusts currently Kellen Moore. And I think because Kellen Moore has that newness, that freshness, that new car smell, um, he might be able to do some things. Now, I was also reading that Kellen Moore also called a few plays
Mm.
in the season against the Saints
Mm.
and the Rams. So
Mm.
giving him those big game moments to really show who he is and
Mm-hmm.
what he's capable of and reading and seeing the game and knowing moves and knowing where things are going to happen
Mm-hmm.
um could essentially really pay off in his for his matter and for the Cowboys, offensively. I
Yeah.
think that we don't have a lot to go on. I don't want to continue to circle back to his backup quarterback days because that's not fair to him.
Yeah,
You
we're
know,
not worried. Yeah, most definitely. And honestly, I don't think it's fair that a lot of people are already cutting him off because of how he was as a player.
right,
Player and a coach is two different things. I
right,
mean, who's like, hey, who knows? He might actually be what we need
right,
as
and
far as being a coach, because
right.
actually performing a play and calling a play is two different things.
Well, I mean, let's take a look even at Tony Romo.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Romo was a great player. Let's call him what he is. He was a great player.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, we can't take one from the other. Tony Romo as a broadcaster is fucking fantastic.
He's in the Hall of Fame
We
broadcast wise.
we
Yeah,
would have
most definitely.
never had he not have gotten basically cut from getting injured and Dak coming in and things like that. Had
Yeah.
he have not gotten the injuries and things that happened, we would never know his greatness as a broadcaster.
Yeah, word.
So I think we ought to let Kellen Moore prove himself. Yeah, he called one or two plays here and there throughout the
Mm-hmm.
season, but now he has a new season,
Mm-hmm.
fresh games, and it's all on him. Now he's in a position where he has to prove himself. And
No doubt.
can we say that he's proven himself greatly in past? Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
But that was then, and this is now. New person, new position,
Mm-hmm.
new chances. And I think he'll be great because Dak respects him
Yeah.
and he respects Dak.
Yeah.
And I think that with that tandem of just mutual respect, that can go a long way.
Yeah, and I honestly like the way he's been talking. Like he really seems like he's trying to make this offense as complicated for any defense that we face, like as possible. Like he's trying to make it to where you ain't gonna know what we doing,
Right.
why we doing it, and all of that. Hey, I'm down for it. I mean, we had Scott I keep forgetting the man's last name.
Scott Linehan.
Yeah, like yeah, we had him. Now he wasn't the worst, but it's just in 2016 and 17, even last year, he started to get too wrapped up in his own ways, and he wasn't trying to change up. And as
Scott
you can
Linehan got
see,
predictable. And that's
yeah,
as an
yeah,
offensive coordinator, even as a defensive coordinator, the thing you don't want to be is predictable.
yeah, word,
Because being predictable means that people can tell what you're about to do. And I
yeah,
think that's
word,
where Scott Linehan kind of screwed himself, was that you could tell what was coming. You could
exactly.
tell what was going to happen. You could tell who Dak was going to throw it to. You could tell all these things beforehand, and it made other teams' defense. It made their job unfortunately easy. And now with Kellen Moore, who's
Mm-hmm.
young and who's fresh and
Mm-hmm.
who's been reading the Dallas Cowboys playbook for as long as I can remember, he now can do some things, switch it up,
Yeah,
give us something new. And
yeah,
I think that's what the Cowboys need at this moment, is just some newness, some freshness, and a nice start to a nice season.
yeah. Like, and honestly, I think we're gonna be dangerous because everything we got around us now is new. There's no film on Moore's play calling. We got Tony Pollard. We
Right.
got Mike Weber. Like, we got so much newness now, man. Look, me personally, I can't wait. And I think Kellen Moore is perfect, honestly. And plus, like we all been saying, he's been around us for a while now.
Right.
Like he's been a part of the Cowboys. What was it, 2015? So yeah, like come on,
Yeah.
he's gonna be good.
I think he'll be great. I say we revisit this conversation at the end of the season and see how we really feel.
Well, yeah,
But
word.
there's 54 days still left in the season. I mean, till the season. So, once the season is over, We'll revisit this conversation and see if we still feel the same way.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, now on to, since we, with a little good comes a little bad.
Oh.
All the time, right? The yin and the yang.
Exactly.
So let's talk about Dak and his decline of a team friendly deal.
I'm gonna definitely let you go because I got something that I gotta say.
I think the market calls for Dak to get paid what he's supposed to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that. I do, however, feel, as a feeling, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like if Dak really wanted to win a Super Bowl with the people that he has, he would take a friendly deal, because taking a friendly deal ensures that Zeke gets paid, he gets paid, Amari gets paid, who else? Byron
Defense
Jones
gets
gets
paid.
paid, and the defense gets paid, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if that is the case,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not thinking about the Super Bowl because you're thinking about your bank account.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. Listen, everybody got bills. Okay, mine come every month.
Mm-hmm.
However, you can't say in one breath that you want to win a Super Bowl with these guys, but then turn around and say, I don't want to take a team friendly deal,
Word.
because knowing that you don't take a team friendly deal means that everybody else doesn't get paid. And
Mm-hmm.
then you not taking a team friendly deal puts your brother Zeke in a position where he might get let go.
Yeah.
And I mean, if that was me, I would look at my brother and be like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah. I feel you.
So that's just my opinion on it. I think he should sleep on it. I think he should really talk to his auntie, his uncles, his cousins, someone in his immediate family,
Mm-hmm.
and really think this one out. Because in my opinion, the Cowboys organization is between a rock and a hard place.
Word.
They are. The market calls for 30 million.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you do have it, but giving it all to him, putting all those eggs in the Dak basket, means all your other baskets go empty. So do you
Exactly.
cut Dak? Do you cut everybody else because you can't pay them? Like, it puts the Cowboys in a really awkward position.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's just my opinion. I think it's ugly. It's ugly.
Are you ready?
I'm prepared.
Yo, Dak Prescott. You act like you was whooping ass before Amari Cooper got on this team. You looked like shit. And Jerry had to go out and make some moves. So let's not act like you was Tom Brady the whole damn year. I know you want to get paid, and you see other people getting a lot of money. I get it. But let them teams worry about how that is going to pan out, because that's not going to pan out good,
Right.
because there's going to be players that can't get paid on their teams. And I'm not trying to be just like that. And we finally got a fucking defense. We haven't had a defense in over 15 seasons. We finally got it. And I'm not willing to let that shit go for you, Zeke, or anybody on offense. I'm sorry. We finally got a defense. You got to find it in your heart to take a team-friendly deal. And I'm not talking about just winning the Super Bowl this year, because everybody is here this year. So all these players that I'm talking about, we're all here. Zeke,
Right.
the defense, we all here now. But what about next season and the season after that? I'm
Right.
trying to be competitive for a long time. I'm not just trying to win the Super Bowl this year and then, 9 wins here, 6 wins here, 7 wins there. No, I'm trying to be competitive for a long time.
Right.
And if you take all the money, then there's going to be players on that defense that we're going to have to look in the face and say, sorry, we ain't
Yeah.
got it. And,
Let me
bro,
tell you
I'm going to
something.
be so pissed off.
In my opinion, I think that, I mean, I hate to circle back to them, but look at the Patriots organization.
Yeah.
Tom Brady has been making $16 million for fucking ever.
They
Why?
don't pay
Why does he?
anybody. They don't
Here's the
pay
thing.
anybody. Every time it's time to pay, that person gets traded. That's what they do.
Right. But here's the thing. If you look at Tom Brady takes $16 million to ensure that his weapons, those people that do get paid.
Exactly.
So he knows that he can't win a Super Bowl by his damn self. He
Exactly.
knows that he can't throw it and catch it and defend by himself.
Exactly.
So if you're thinking a team player mentality and wanting to win not one, not two, not three, not four, but a multiple Super Bowls, you have to think of longevity. And thinking of yourself in the moment is not thinking of longevity. And
Exactly.
listen, if that's what you want to do, that's on you. But I hope that you can run and catch and defend and kick field goals
Exactly.
and make
Exactly.
threes and be the water boy, because you got to
Ex-
do it all.
exactly, Dak. If you want that money, then you're gonna have to play quarterback and safety. You're gonna have to do both.
That's
You're gonna
it.
have to do both. You feel me? And another thing is, and this is and and, and a lot of Cowboy fans don't peep this. They keep saying Dak is worth it. Look what he's done so far. First of all, he's played in 2 divisional rounds, lost both, and was playing like we were behind in both games.
Right.
And Dak isn't the type of quarterback that could pull a win out of his ass. He needs help from the whole team, which is
Right.
why I'm kind of confused on why he would even come out with this. I ain't taking no team friendly deal. You got a friendly team now. What you talking about? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like, we need that defense. Like, the defense and Amari Cooper is the reason why we made the playoffs last year, because of Cooper and that defense. Mainly that defense, because
Right.
they was whooping ass all year. From the first game to, I say, that home game against what is it? The Eagles. We was whooping ass all the whole year. And that, like, you really haven't showed us that if the defense is doing bad, you can't win.
Right.
We've been there.
Right.
We've been there, and we've seen how you look without Zeke, and that shit's ugly.
Right. Speaking of Zeke,
Mm-hmm.
so obviously, Zeke had his issue in Vegas with the security
Mm-hmm.
guard. He
Yep.
knocked the security guard. He said he apologized at the moment. The security guard kind of dragged it on. He went on a little press run tour, went to magazines, went to radios, went to TMZ, went to anybody who would fucking listen. And basically said that Zeke didn't give an apology. He felt really upset by someone that he looked up to, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah.
He don't even know Zeke.
Fast forward, Zeke ends up meeting with the commissioner. The commissioner and Zeke have a conversation. Do I know what that conversation was about? Absolutely not. Do I know what was said? Absolutely not. But what I do know is that Zeke walked out of there saying that he was apologetic. He had already apologized and that he was moving on and that he did not feel that any type of repercussion, fines, suspensions would happen.
Word.
Fast forward a week later. The gentleman who was nudged is now saying that he potentially will press charges against Zeke. My thoughts on this is that the reason why he wants to now press charges on Zeke is because the NFL didn't take any type of action against Zeke in the negative.
Word.
Had he have gotten fined or had he have gotten suspended for a game, would he press charges? Absolutely not. Why?
Nah.
Because, in my opinion, I think the man was waiting for the NFL to punish Zeke, but there
Yeah.
was nothing punishable. There was
Mm-hmm.
nothing punishable. I could see if the video showed Zeke really mollywopping the motherfucking ass, but he didn't
Mm-hmm.
do that. It
Yep.
was just a chest bump. And like we said in the podcast when we talked about Zeke, this is a NFL running back. He ain't
Mm-hmm.
no regular Joe Schmo who out here working construction. He ain't a plumber. He don't, he don't work a 9 to 5. His job is to manhandle against people, mainly men,
Mm-hmm.
more than his own weight. So
Mm-hmm.
you think you being a little rent-a-cop is gonna stop Ezekiel Elliott, 250 all muscle? Then I don't know. And if you thought that little stupid ass grate was gonna fucking hold you up and him up, then you, sir, are on something stronger than cocaine. And I just want to know what it is, because you should stop.
Yeah, most definitely. I am with you all the way. Yeah, he pressed the charges because he saw that the NFL was like, it's not enough here. It's not enough
It's
here. Zeke,
not enough.
and honestly, if I had to guess what was said in that room, Rogers said, Zeke, don't do that shit again. That's all. Yeah, don't do that again. Don't put yourself in that. Look, yeah, he fell. Does it look like you somewhat, nudged him a little bit? Yeah, but I'm telling you, y'all, he did a LeBron James flop. That's what he did. That shit
Let's
wasn't
be
real.
honest. Let's be 100% honest with everybody else, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Roger Goodell cannot focus his time on some bullshit chest bump with Ezekiel Elliott when he's over here trying to figure out how to get Robert Kraft's porn tape out of the news. Okay, he
Yeah,
doesn't have
word,
the time. Okay,
word.
he has to figure out how to get his BFF Robert Kraft's hand job tape out the fucking press. He doesn't have time for a chest bump action.
Word,
It's not on his agenda. It's not.
word.
So, like I said, if Zeke had have punched him, blackened his eye, bust his tooth out, laid him out to rest, Undertaker style, then yes, we can talk about this conversation. And I'm sure that the conversation was, listen, you've been in this office before. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we have an off season, sir, I seem to be calling you, meeting you, FaceTiming you, Skyping you, mailing you, emailing you, something. I'm tired of your ass. Okay, I'm sick of
No,
you.
no doubt.
So you're gonna get a get out of jail free card on me.
On me.
On me, okay? That's on me. I have bigger fish to fry, young man. You, sir,
Yo,
are a
honestly,
minnow, and I'm
hon-
over here trying to chase trout.
honestly, Zeke is lucky. You know what? You are absolutely right. Zeke's lucky that he has to deal with Robert Kraft, Tyreek Hill. He got to deal with
Okay?
all that right now.
Shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Tyreek Hill over here every 5 minutes. You turn around, there's a new snippet of Tyreek Hill on the damn TMZ molly whopping some woman. Like,
yeah,
come on.
yeah.
If you think for a half a second that Roger Goodell is going to take time out of his goddamn day to sit here and try to finagle with Ezekiel Elliott over a chest bump and a rent-a-cop and a little plastic grate, then we have bigger problems, okay? He
Yeah.
doesn't have it in him.
The
I'm
way
sorry.
the way I see it, Homeboy saw the opportunity to do a LeBron James flop on that gate, and he did it. That's all. That's the way I see it.
Like I said, in my opinion, I believe that if the NFL organization had punished Zeke with a game, a fine, something, this whole pressing charges thing wouldn't even be a conversation. It wouldn't even be a conversation because Zeke would have been punished, and then it would have perpetuated the story.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's over. Once
Yeah,
the NFL says we wash our hands of it, we're done here. It's over. And once it was over and it was behind everybody, everybody just was like, okay, well, cool. What's the next scandal come out the NFL? All of a sudden, I
exactly.
get a thing talking about he pressing charges.
Yeah,
Really, I find it really interesting that you want to press charges now after he had a meeting with Roger Goodell. What happened to pressing charges the day it happened, the day after, the week after, 2 weeks after, a month after? You wait till he goes and speaks to his big boss. Child, please. This. Listen,
big boss.
okay. I don't want to say it smell like bullshit, but if it's moist like shit, it smell like shit, flies is flying around, it's shit.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, the judge gonna laugh, and especially when they see the video, especially if that's the only camera angle that he has, because you don't actually see Zeke's arm nudge him. So that's all speculation right there. Like I said, he did a LeBron James flop.
Listen
That's what he
here.
did.
I will keep repeating myself. Ezekiel Elliott's job is to find ways to mush through grown ass fucking men, 300 plus pounds. If you
Yeah.
think that your 150 ass is going to stand in the way, you that 150 ass and that damn the little damn plastic grate was really gonna do something, sir. You again, you're on something stronger than cocaine, and I suggest you seek treatment.
No doubt. But
I can't.
the moral of the story, Zeke, you got to get out of jail free card. Don't put yourself in that position again.
Oh, you
Let's
will.
get this damn ring. Let's do that. Can we do that, please?
What
Let,
I would like, what I would like is for Ezekiel Elliott to say, "Okay, let me put this behind me. I
mm-hmm,
listen. Okay, we're moving on. It's over." Because see, but you know what? See, now that I'm thinking about it,
mm-hmm.
right? Follow me.
I'm
Follow where I'm
following you.
going with this.
All right.
Roger Goodell. See, one of two things happened: either the situation I said before, or two, Roger Goodell knew that he fucked up with the first time when he suspended Zeke for 6 games because nothing happened, and he said, "Listen,
Bars.
I owe you one. Okay, since I fucked up the last time, I didn't see anything. I don't know nothing. I'm Ray Charles to the bullshit because I fucked you over the last time, and I don't want no smoke. That's it."
And you know what? I'm definitely following you. I am definitely tailing you on this
Are
highway
you
because
picking up what I'm putting
no,
down?
no, 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 because no, because peep this, because they say sometimes you got to take 6 steps backwards just to move forward, right?
Facts.
Them 6 games hurt us in that season.
Facts.
Maybe by him not getting nothing now, you already know where I'm going. You know where
Facts.
I'm going. You know where I'm going.
Right.
You know where I'm
We
going.
took 6 steps back to get ring number 6. Period.
Exactly. Exactly. You
I'm
know
trying to
where I'm
tell you,
going.
one of
You know where I'm
I
going.
believe one of my scenarios that I've conjured up today is absolutely correct.
No, word is born. Yo, now that I'm thinking about it, you know what? I didn't even think about that. Maybe Roger said, I'm not going to be in the news again for suspending
Not
this
with your
man.
ass.
Yeah, I'm not going to be in the news again for this shit. No,
Because
hey,
think
look.
about it. Think about it. If this is the second time Roger Goodell falsely suspended Zeke over something that did not actually happen, do you know how shitty that would be for him?
He already gets booed every time he comes out to the podium
Oh
for the
my
draft
God.
anyway. He
They're going to
already get
give
booed for
him
that
the
anyway.
Abraham Lincoln treatment right behind the neck.
Yeah, word.
Okay.
No, word. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even think about it like that,
I'm
but
trying to
you
tell you.
right. But yo, Zeke, stay your ass in the house, man. Let's get ready for the season. We got things to do. We got rings to get. I got confetti that I need to see. Yo, Mother of Dallas, is it? Am I asking for too much? I just want the clock to say fourth quarter 0-0-0, and the confetti come down and the stage come out. And Dak Prescott is on the stage, Jerry's on the stage, Zeke's on the stage, Amari Cooper's on the
No,
stage.
that's not
Am
asking
I
for too much.
am I
That's not
asking for
asking
too
for too
much?
much because let me
You
tell
sure?
you, that's not asking for too much. Here's why. Because when that happens, I'm calling my employer because I'm going to be ill because I'm going to the I'm going to the parade. Okay. She can't come in. She's sick. She's contagious. She has to be home.
Oh man, yeah. I like. Look, hey, back to Dak real quick. I understand you want your money, and none of us are saying that you don't deserve money.
Right.
But we can't give you the whole Nike bag, man. We can't give you the whole bag, not the whole bag, man. You got to save some for the players.
First of all, we'd give you the whole bag if you earn the whole bag. I can see if we was coming off Super Bowl number 6, then I
Yeah,
could see
were.
giving you the whole bag. Sir, you only earn maybe a third of that bag. Um,
But
so you better be quiet with these 75 cents we about to throw your way. Okay.
like you did say earlier, because of the market, it's almost like we almost have no choice but to
Yeah.
pay them.
Right.
And I'm gonna say it like this: if Jerry and Steven cave in and give him 32, 33, 34, whatever it is, Dak, you better bring me at least 2 Super Bowls before your time as a Cowboy quarterback is up. You better give me at least 2 rings. And what you're not understanding is, bruh, if you take less money and win a Super Bowl, your opportunities in Texas will be endless. You could do whatever you want in Texas for life. Nobody gonna tell you no because you're a Super Bowl quarterback.
Right.
Come on, man. Roger Staubach and Troy Aikman still walk around the whole Fort Worth, Dallas, Arlington, Irving. They still walk around that bitch with their dick out. You know what I'm saying?
BDG.
Out. Come
Big dick
on,
energy.
bro.
But no, seriously. But I think with the culmination of all the headlines that's going on right now, there's a lot of things swirling around Dallas. But to wrap this thing up, let's just get it together. I need defense, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, coaching staff,
special
front
teams,
office, back office, water boys, the damn trainers. Get it together, okay? Mama needs a ring, and I'm tired of waiting. Period.
Tired of waiting, man. We definitely gonna holler at y'all next week, man. Word up.
Definitely.
Oh, and shout out to the daughter of Dallas.
Ah, yes.
Shout out to the daughter of Dallas. If you ain't heard it yet, get your ass on the Apple Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, all that. Get on it right now and listen to that episode. It's dope. Daughter of Dallas did a thing.
Daughter of Dallas is ready for her own podcast for sure. She is just like her mother. She runs off at the mouth, and I had so much fun filming with her.
Word up, no doubt, man. So exactly. Cowboy Nation, my nation, her nation, your nation. We out.
Bye.
Peace.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is